So a little while ago, I made a video highlighting a little something I call bad day syndrome. And I feel like it's been enough time where I can make a bit of a follow-up to it, to maybe expand on some things I didn't really get to cover in the first video. So, that being said, let's get into it. Hey, what's going on, geeks? Max the Beast is here, and welcome back to Bad Day Syndrome. Now, today's topic about Bad Day Syndrome is more of the advanced case. What if it's just if it gets too bad where I just can't play a game at all? And that's where I come in today. Okay. So, from time to time, you will encounter a situation where you are just having a bad day consistently in one type of game. And you are getting very, very tilted with this game. And you are getting incredibly mad over sometimes even the smallest little things. Like, let's say you're playing Fortnite and simply the game puts your wall that you're trying to build a bit too far than you want it to be. And that can be frustrating, and that can be maybe even rage-inducing. Or if you're playing, let's say, a single-player game like Aliens vs. Predator here, which I've been no-lifing for the last couple days, and you're playing as the Predator, which I am here, and you're consistently missing attacks on aliens, which is aggravating. But it gets to the point where you're playing on incredibly high difficulties, and you're dying over and over and over, and there seems like there's no way of getting out of the situation because every time the checkpoint restarts, you're in the exact same situation you were just in. And the rage is starting to get unstoppable. It's unpreventable. You can't just scoot back away from your setup and breathe from it. You can't do that because you're way too stressed out and far too angry to ever really enjoy the game for a while. And this will happen from time to time where you'll just get so aggravated with a game that it just ruins the fun entirely for you. So you just don't feel like playing the game pretty much ever again. You're not enjoying the game. You're not having fun. And the majority of the gameplay time, the game sessions you have with it are just negative. You're not playing well and you're not enjoying yourself, so it's not a good session. What do you do then? That's when I'm going to give you guys the same advice I gave several of my friends. That is when, and it's when you're raging over pretty much everything. You're getting incredibly upset when playing. Every time you die in, let's say, TF2 or CSGO, you get super ragey about it. And even if you do well overall, and you're just raging over everything, you're still not really enjoying yourself. That's when it's time to take a break. And I'm not talking about like taking a 5 or like maybe like an hour or so break from the game like you normally would with regular Bad Day Syndrome. No. I'm talking about you stop playing the game. That game that's causing you so much woe and strife. You stop playing that for a bit and do something else in that period of time. Like, for a while, part of the reason why I stopped playing competitive Overwatch for the longest time, or Overwatch period, is because I was getting very ragey with the game. I wasn't enjoying myself, and I was becoming the toxic player that the Overwatch community is being stereotyped as. And I didn't want that because it wasn't enjoyable. I was having fun, and I was not the most pleasant person to be around, and that's not who I want to be. I want to be typically seen as a nice guy. I don't want to be considered a jerk by any means. So that's when you step back from a game and take a break from it. You find something else to do in that time while you get over your rage. Around that time, I picked up games like Skyrim again. I started playing that a lot. I picked up this game, Aliens vs. Predator. I picked up Star Wars Empire at War. Older game, but still really good. And then I started playing PUBG and stuff. And I was having a blast doing other games. But I was just, like I said, really ragey while playing Overwatch. And then a while later, after a few months, I came back to Overwatch and started having fun again. And this was around the time the Year of the Dog event was going on. So I tried playing Overwatch again. I had a blast doing so. Played with a few friends. Did some 1v1s with a few friends. Just started playing the game again. Had fun. And it was enjoyable again. Which, as I keep saying, that's the point of a game, is for you to enjoy it. And so I had succeeded in bringing back the enjoyment. And that's the important thing in playing a video game, is to make sure you're having a fun time while doing so. And I'm not saying you guys have to take a several month long break from a game in order to enjoy it again. I'm not even saying that you have to wait a week. Take as much time as you feel like you need to get all that anger that you have inside you out. Because, as I said last time, if you're negative and you're tilting a lot, you're not really going to be performing your best. It's been proven that negative emotions and negative feelings make you play worse. And that positive makes you maybe not always win a game, but will definitely help you feel better about playing a game. Definitely be letting you have a bit more fun, which is kind of the important thing. But don't let yourself become too negative. And once you take a good enough break, if you want to, come back to it. Come back to that game and see if you enjoy it a bit more. If you don't, then... And maybe you just either have grown tired of the game, just growing tired of the game, period, or if you're still just as bad as you were when you left, then take another break. Break longer. But breaks are required if you're getting incredibly salty over stuff. Over games. I have a friend currently who is very aggravated with Fortnite right now. And whenever we play, it's a constant struggle to see, if we're going to have a good day or not. And I don't mean this negative, I don't mean this in any offense to him. As I know he frequents my videos. But, I've said something to him in the past that perhaps he needs to take a break from Fortnite if he wants to, and he's trying to as well, but when he has friends on, of course, like most people, he wants to play with them. And I get that. But if it's impacting him to an emotional level where he's getting this upset over something, it's not worth sticking around for a bit. Take a break from the game that's causing you strife. It's my biggest advice to get over rage. And bad day syndrome, will still happen. Like I said in the last video, it'll still happen regardless if you are a very calm person or if you're a very not so calm person. It'll still happen. It never goes away. There's some people who know how to handle it better, so even on quote unquote bad days, you still get some good things out of it. When I'm having a bad day, I typically try to do some just weird and funny stuff that I normally wouldn't do to see if I can just enjoy the game I'm currently having trouble with. You know, sometimes I'm playing Fortnite, I get really stressed out, and I'm having what you would call a bad day. My shots aren't working. My aim is bad. I'm making rookie mistakes. And, you know, that's when I'll just start screwing around. That's another thing you can do, is just start messing around. And try to just have fun. Don't try hard. Just go out there and play a game. Just do whatever. I just started doing weird stuff, like some of the footage I used in the past where I'm using the clingers and start killing some people with them, was from a quote-unquote bad day where I wasn't doing well, and I just started screwing around with the clingers and the hop rocks, and look how that turned out. It turned out pretty cool. One of my better moments, in my opinion. But my point is that make a game that's not entertaining to you entertaining by doing weird and wacky stuff. So even if you're having like a really bad day or just raging out with that game, just screw around with it. Or if it's just completely unbearable, so even screwing around isn't much fun, then just stop playing altogether for a bit and take a break. My final word of advice is to talk to people about it. I know it might sound stupid, or you might be like, well, I don't want to trouble people with my personal issues, or what's that going to do? I don't talk to people. What are you talking about? I'm an introvert. I just kidding about that, but you know, some people just don't really want to talk to people about their problems, and I understand that completely. But sometimes talking to your friends about your negative emotions and your anger can help you get through it. Just talk it out. No use keeping it to yourself all the time. Just let other people know if you're struggling, and see if they can help you. I mean, they can't help you if they don't know if anything's bothering you. So let people know and get some help. Stop it. Get some help. But that's more than likely my biggest bit of advice for you today, guys, is to get help and talk to people if you're really this tilted where games just aren't fun anymore. This, I wouldn't even consider bad day syndrome anymore. I consider this more like just rage in general. So, like I said, guys, tying this video to the last one, stay positive, take breaks, and if necessary, find some help. And you will successfully counter bad day syndrome and rage. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do sincerely appreciate the support that the original Bad Day Syndrome video got. And I hope you found it helpful. I typically upload these types of videos when I feel like it's an issue that I'm seeing among friends and among myself that I want to highlight and potentially provide some advice that maybe somebody else out there will be able to benefit from. You know, I don't do YouTube for money. I do it to entertain and to inform. Hopefully this falls under the informative category. I mean, as well as entertaining, of course. But anyway, guys, I do hope you enjoy the video. And share your thoughts, of course, down below in the comment section. As I keep saying, your thoughts are what this channel is going to drive off of forever, pretty much. I just need to hear your thoughts and hear your comments. And, you know, just leave comments if you want. More things to read through, the better. Anyway, guys, thanks again for watching. And as always, Max the Beast is out.